Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. We were studying Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 different positions of the yoga, and 8 different things or the discipline we must practice. That's called Ashta, means 8, Anga, limbs. These 8 limbs of the yoga, that will help us to go to God, to realize our Atman. What are those we studied? Yama. This Y-A-M-A, Yama, is actually containing another 5 qualities. What are those again? Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. These 5. And now we were studying how, by practicing ahimsa, one is gaining. What the ahimsa can give us by practicing ahimsa, non-violence, what we are going to achieve. So that we are studying, then Satya, then Asteya, then Brahmacharya. Similarly, Niyama, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishara, Pranidhanani. Again it is 5. The Yama 5, Niyama 5. The total 10 qualities we have to develop. Now we studied up to 40th aphorism, that's called Shaucha, the first quality of the Niyama. So we have to remember this, Yama and Niyama. But within these 2-letter word, there are so many qualities, 5 qualities, great qualities. So here the Niyama means Shaucha. Shaucha means purity, internal and external also. Internal and external. External purity we know by bathing, but internal purity by going on repeating the name of God. So what is there inside? Thought. And our thoughts, if it is particularly the thought that is leading us, helping us to reach God, realize God, get the peace of mind, that thought should be purified. Again and again they say. What are those purified thoughts? Unselfish thoughts. Thought about God. That's called purified thoughts. So this Shauchat Swanga Yugupsha Parai Asargaha. So we don't need or we don't feel to get the company of others when our body becomes clean. So this is, then comes Satta Suddhi, Saumanatya, Saumanasyam, Oikagram, Indriya Jaya, Atma Darshana Yogatvani. Now one who is striving, who is thinking to realize his own self, what are the qualities he should develop? Here it says first, Satya Suddhi, this purification of the heart. Satya Suddhi Dhruvasmiti, in Sanskrit sloka they say, Satya Suddhi means purification of the heart. Heart means it's not the physical heart, it's the thought. The purification of the heart, the moment we say, and if we take it literally, it will be really difficult. Of course, the doctors will be knowing how to purify the present heart. If it is blocked, they will purify it. But that is not the thing. Here the purification means the thought again. And that is very important, very powerful. The human being is nothing but his thought. Nothing but his thought. Animals, they have one type of qualities. They will continue generation after generation. But human being, the father is so good, but son may not. So it may be totally different. So naturally, it is only the thought that makes the difference. The thought is Sattva Suddhi. How the thought will be purified? Sri Ramakrishna, in his very simple way, he is telling Sadhu Sangha, Satsang, holy companion. Again and again you are reading good books, just before lying down, just before going to bed, if you read 2 pages of a holy book, that thought will come in your subconscious mind. Sometimes some of the just ordinary ladies, so-called ordinary, they were telling Swamiji, I cannot stop taking the name of God. It continuously going on. Japa is going on. The name of God is going on. Sattva Suddhi. But only telling won't do. That should be reflected in your character, in your behavior, in your life. So when somebody may come and claim that I am constantly taking the name of God, repeating the name of God, or I see this vision, that vision, God came on that day, etc., etc., we listen, but we don't believe. We only believe when we see that in his or her character it is reflected. How it is reflected? How we can understand that he or she is really taking the name of God, advance in spiritual life? Love. The love for each and every being. Love for all. So that is the symbol of progressing in spiritual life. So sometimes I feel like going and telling this, our leaders of the nations, that why don't you think in this line? Then all the peace may be developed. Let everyone progress, move in their own way. But at the same time, from when they are small children, we have to help them to understand each other. Develop sympathy for each other, love for each other, concern for each other, the feeling of oneness. So that is the Sattva Suddhi. Then Somanasyam, when cheerfulness of the mind, Oikagram, concentration. The one must be very, very concentrated. Whatever he or she is doing perfectly, that concentration is necessary. In our monastic order, when we are joining the order, our training is dressing the vegetable, cleaning this, cleaning that, and then all sorts of. Maybe that person who has joined, he was a great educationist or someone in the society. But there, he must have to start with a very humble work. Why? First, ego will crash. Second, concentration will develop. I told you many times, one of our Swamiji, who was in charge of the temple, he used to sprinkle white chandana, you know that sandal paste, white, on the white marble. And then he will come when we are supposed to clean that portion inside the sanctum sanctorium of the Sri Ramakrishna temple, and the white rice also he will sprinkle here and there. And when we, the young, that time in the brahmacharis, 24 to 30, that is the age group, they go and as quickly as possible they will be cleaning that, the floor, it's a big one, big area. Then immediately he is off. He will come and he knows where he has sprinkled the rice, and he will come and go, oh, you have not cleaned this, you are not attentive. So that way the tasting, of course I was lucky, I told you, my predecessor who was giving the responsibility to me, he told that secret. He told this, the Swami will do like this, But how to find it out? See, you have to lie down on your belly, prostrating, and then from the left side and the right side, if you look, you can find out something is there. So first there you go and clean that. So I got a very good name and certificate from the Swami. You are very attentive, but actually I am not. I got the cigarette. So this way, so the concentration is also one of the qualities. Satya Suddhi, Somanasyam, Oikagram, Indriya Jaya. The first of the Indriya Jaya is anger. The anger comes because of the attachment. And when that particular object we are not getting, we become angry. We are thinking in some way, but that is not done, we are angry. So the anger has to be controlled. I have a desire, I want to fulfill that, I try. When it is not, I have to think God is not willing, it's okay. Otherwise, I become frustrated, I become angry. When a person is criticizing, know it for sure that person has not got something from there. That's why he is criticizing. So that is the reason Satya Suddhi, Somanasyam. Somanasyam means very joyful mood, always cheerful mind, always cheerful. So that, and then Indriya Jayaha, Atma Darshana, Yaggatvani. These are the qualities we have to develop. Certainly some people will come and say, we don't believe in God, we don't think God is existing. How to explain it to them? Because it is not like taking them to a laboratory and explain it. And the Big Bang theory they are now once again trying to explain. They can explain. They are sending the atom or the neutron and this way. But how to explain the mind? A person is sitting very quietly, but he is in the turbulent inside the mind. How to know it? So obviously you cannot explain it taking them to the laboratory. And santoshad anuttama sukha labha. Then what is this God realization, Atma Darshan, ultimate of religion? That is called Sukha Labha. That you get peace. And what type of peace? Ultimate peace. Anuttama. Uttama means good, best. Anuttama. You cannot compare it with anything. You cannot compare the joy within, you cannot compare. When we read the biography of Ma Sharadamani Devi, she is telling, and that she is telling the truth. I was so happy in those days. Which was the days? She was in a very small room with so much of duties, and constantly Sri Ramakrishna, her husband, without asking her whether you are having the provision, your money, going on sending orders, prepare this, purchase this, do that. And mother is going on arranging everything. And she said, my heart was full with joy. Why? Atma Darshana. She constantly saw the God within that. That's why there's no problem. So this way, santosha, that is the ultimate. What is the God realization actually? Got a lot of miraculous power. That's true. When a person is realizing God or the Atman, we will find over here, that person gets a lot of miraculous power. But that is nothing. The question is whether he is happy. That is the question. Sometimes suddenly some people will be exposed as a Baba or the Mataji or a great soul. And these Babas are not happy at all. So what does it mean? If he himself is not happy, how can he give the happiness? Come to me, I will send you to heaven. And if nobody is going, he is angry. You go to heaven, why you are waiting for others? So no, He is so eager to send everybody to heaven. If the people are not coming, he is angry. So that proves that he has not realized God. Look at the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Why we call him God? It is open book. You can just see, you can read. So many people who were living at the time of Sri Ramakrishna, they have written about him, each and every one. The one word they always use, he was always in joy. Wherever he went, he took joy with him, as if everybody was happy in his company. So that proves the sukhalabha, santoshad. When you are satisfied, when one can be satisfied? After realization of God. Before that, one never can become satisfied. The santoshad anuttama sukhalabha. And in the Vishnu Purana we quoted, is giving the comparison, that if a person is having everything in this world, it is nothing in comparing with the ultimate bliss. If a person is living in the heaven, that is also nothing. So just to give an idea, anuttama sukhalabha. Now, kayendriya siddhihi asiddhihi shayat tapasaha. Now we have already completed yama and all the 5 qualities of the yama explanation. Then now we are reading niyama. The first shaucha, santosha, we have studied right now. Shaucha is the 40th aphorism and santosha is 42nd. Afterwards come tapa. Tapa means austerity. It is little bit of physical austerity, but maximum mental austerity. And this mental austerity means always mind wants to go to some place where we like to suffer. So that is a very peculiarity of the mind. For anything and everything. Somebody has not looked at me, I am suffering. Why he has not looked at me? Every day he do like this, today he has, no. That day he was busy, maybe he was going somewhere, he didn't look. So many things may happen. But I developed all that thought. Why he is doing like this, why this is not this, why it is not that. I create the problem and I suffer. So that is why kayendra siddhi asiddhi shayat tapasaha. It says the result of mortification. Mortification means practice of self-discipline. This self-discipline means controlling of the mind. See how the things go. Self-discipline means what? I have to discipline my hand not to go and do this way. Shall I have to train my eyes not to go and see? Control the mind, everything is controlled. So when we are putting off the light, we go and touch the switch. But when you put off the whole system from where the electricity is coming, everything is closed. So that system is our mind. So that is the reason in Hinduism so much of importance has been given on mind. Be careful, be careful, be careful on mind. If we are not aware about the mind from our younger days, when you are very young, when you grow up, it is already scattered. It is difficult to control, difficult to again pick up and gather, almost impossible. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna always used to say, before you are entering into the samsara, in the vortex of this samsara, control yourself, learn this, and then you go. There will be no problem. So it is said like this, kayendra siddhi asiddhi shayat tapasaha. The tapa means this controlling of the self, or the self-discipline, and bring power to the organs and the body. When we are controlling, when you are controlling our mind, it brings power. Where? In the senses. And Swami Vivekananda said, because he was a great yogi, he was having all this power. The proper practice develops miraculous power, and power like distance hearing. And you can sit over here and you can sit here and then you can hear what people are talking about if you want to know, anywhere. That is the power of the yogi. Nothing is secret to the yogi. He can hear everything. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was having the cancer. His body was emaciated. He was lying on a bed. And then people, his disciples, they used to help him to turn his body to this side or that side. That was the condition. Suddenly one day, Ma Sharadamani Devi saw that person who needs other person help to sit or to turn. He's getting down from the staircase and running across the big field. And then again coming back, again lying down like this. The mother came, almost she could not believe her own eyes and asked, "Is it you?" Then immediately Sri Ramakrishna said, "You have seen me? Don't disclose it to anyone else. I heard, look at it, I heard Noreen and others are planning to go to under that tree where a very poisonous snake is there. So I just drove that snake out." And where Noreen were discussing, if you go to that particular place, Kashipur Uddanbati, from his room, almost 500 meters away, there was another small hut. There, all these young boys, they were sitting and planning, we will go to that tree. And it was dark evening, so Sri Ramakrishna heard. How could he? So that is the thing. Raja Maharaj, our Rakhal Maharaj as they call, Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda ji, he was a young boy of 16, 17, and he came to Thakur after having a chat with the friends. So he entered into Thakur's room. Immediately Thakur said, "I cannot look at your face today. You have made a sin, you have committed a sin today." "Sin? Me?" Raja Maharaj was taken aback. "How it is possible?" Then he said, "You have said untruth, false." Then Raja Maharaj thought, "Oh, that was nothing but a joke. I was just joking with my friends. Don't do it." How could he know it? So that was the power of Sri Ramakrishna. He could hear, he could see, he could listen, everything. Will you believe? Here in America, some people wanted to kill Swami Vivekananda by giving poison. And they offered the coffee. Vivekananda was very fond of coffee, so he just wanted to sip. Immediately he saw Sri Ramakrishna inside that cup. He is telling Naren, "Don't drink it, it's poison." So that is the power of the yogi. So here it says, Kayandra Siddhi Asuddhi Shayat Tapasaha. What type of tapas? Austerity, self-restraint, we have seen in the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He used to rub his face on the shore of the Ganga, on the bank of the Ganga. And when the sun is setting, he will be crying, rubbing his face on that rough, the shore. "Mother, one more day has gone. Why you have not revealed yourself?" How many of us are doing like that? And he was controlling all his senses, and all this power came to him. And this is called the miraculous power. Then another thing is Swadhyaya. We are studying, I am again and again repeating so that you can remember. We are actually studying Yama and Niyama and all those 8 steps. Now Yama we have already read, and all the steps we have explained. Niyama, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa. Now we are studying Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means studying the scripture with a concentration. If one can do that, from that also miraculous power comes. This Swadhyaya, Swadhyayadishta Devata Samprayogaha. You can see God by Swadhyaya. And that he says, by the repetition of the mantra. What is Swadhyaya? Swadhyaya, with great devotion, with great faith, complete faith, if you are repeating the mantra, understanding the meaning of it, that is Swadhyaya. And by that way, you realize God, you can see God. So that is the power of the mantra. Sometimes the people, they do not understand it. And one boy came in Calcutta and he was telling, I took the mantra, but I knew that before. My guru gave the name, but I knew that. I told you, knew it? Yes, forget that. Now guru has given it? Yes, remember that. So what you knew, that was nothing. That was only a sound. But what the guru has given, that is a living sound. Have the faith and just go on repeating. You need not to bother about understanding. Just repeat it with the faith. And then they call Putita. The mantra is Putita. In the beginning and at the end, there are two words. They say mystical words. That is very powerful. If you are understanding these two, then that Lord, that God, that particular deity on which you are concentrating, the name is you are taking, that will be revealed. I really liked the other day, the first day, January, Kalpataru day, I saw so many devotees came, they were sitting over here taking the name of God. Nearly half an hour before, 40 minutes before they came, quietly they are taking the name of God. So that helps. I have seen the devotees, they are coming regularly, sitting and taking the name of God. It helps. And when you are driving, if you have taken the initiation, try to practice it. There's nothing wrong taking the name of God inside. While you are driving, or you are alert. But at the same time, instead of thinking other thing, just think the name of God, Swadhyaya. And when you are constantly doing that Swadhyaya, you see the God just before your eyes. So that is the power of Swadhyaya. When you are studying Bhagavad Gita, so many people studying Bhagavad Gita. The groups, they are going and studying Bhagavad Gita in this house and that house and that way. In Andaman, I went to an island, there was a function. Before my lecture, they said one gentleman, he will recite the Bhagavad Gita. I said, okay, there's nothing wrong. But the recitation means what? There's so much of paraphernalia. You have to clean that dais and then sprinkling the Ganga water. Then you have to spread the flowers over there. Then when he is coming, you have to blow the conch. And everybody should get up, and when he will sit, so many things. I told when he is going to read the Gita, because after him I have to speak. Or otherwise, let him continue with that. Let me complete my lecture and go, because otherwise I will miss that boat. It's a boat, small boats that ferry from one island to another island. So if I miss, then I have to stay back over here. He's going on doing that, and then ultimately when he really started reciting, it was all wrong pronunciation. And so difficult. And when he understood that it will be difficult for him to pronounce, he will be beating the drum. He kept a small drum before him. He is beating the drum. He is studying Gita. All people are so happy. Villagers. Is this the way? No. This Turiyanandaji Maharaj, today is his birthday Tithi Puja. We do not usually do any puja or anything specially, but we keep the photo to remember. And of course, there is a special sweet is offered. When it is there, we understand some great Swami's birthday was there. So natural, this Turiyanandaji, you know, those who have read, you must read the Turiyanandaji's letters. And the way he has expressed, unique. The letters of Swami Turiyananda. And his biography, very, very inspiring. From when he was a very young man, he used to think that I am Brahman. I have no death. I have no birth. I am eternal. Young boy. One day he went to bathe in the Ganga, and suddenly people saw in the distance one crocodile is coming. And they all were shouting. Everybody, they left the water, only except that young boy. First he came up, and then again he went down. He was standing inside the water. Then people were shouting, come up, why you are there? Then afterwards when they asked, why you are behaving like that? Now first I was afraid because all of you were shouting. Then I thought, I am eternal. Why should I be afraid of death? So I went down. Look at it, the tremendous faith. You know, afterwards what he used to do? He used to meditate only one sloka of Bhagavad Gita. That's called Swadhyaya. He'll be reading a sloka from the Gita and he will meditate on the meaning of it. Each and every word, the meaning, and slowly developing a tremendous powerful mind. He developed a carbuncle, and that was to be operated in a place where there was no proper medical help. And without any anesthesia, the doctors operated. He only said, allow me 2-3 minutes. Let me take out my mind from the body. He took out the mind from his body. And when they were operating, he was simply just lying like that. We cannot imagine that. Tremendous pain. When they are operating on his body, he felt nothing. Afterwards, he brought back the mind. So this Turiyanandaji, this is possible by the Swadhyaya, when we are really practicing Swadhyaya. So each and every word that has been said in this scripture, if we really believe it, practice it, we get everything that we want. Then Samadhi Siddhi Ishvara Pranidhanat. They say you can get the Samadhi, the ultimate of meditation, if you practice Ishvara Pranidhana. What is Ishvara Pranidhana? Ishvara means God. Pranidhana means completely surrendering at the feet of God. And completely surrendering, not thinking anything else. Or shall I do it or shall I not? Nothing like that. If God wills, I will do. If not, I won't. So much of faith, so much of belief. So that way, when the people are practicing that faith, then they get this Samadhi. Ishvara Arpita Sarva Bhavasya Samadhi Siddhihi. They are explaining. The Harihara Aranyaka, he is explaining. Ishvara means God, Arpita Sarva Bhavasya. Surrendering all thoughts to God, one attains Samadhi. All thoughts to God. Surrendering everything at the feet of God. They are going and praying to God, I am hungry, give me food. They won't go to anybody else. I need food from here itself. So much of faith that God has given me life, God will bring food for me. Why He has given me life? Since I am born, I need the food to maintain my body. It is the responsibility of the God to give it to me. Can you imagine the mental power? One of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, and his name was Ramakrishna Ananda. He was constantly thinking about Sri Ramakrishna. One day he was in Madras, a just newly started asrama. So devotees were very few. He was having nothing to cook or prepare to offer to Sri Ramakrishna. He used to prepare something, offer to Thakur, and that he used to take as a prasada. That day there was nothing. Then he went and fought with Sri Ramakrishna. Okay, today I will go and collect some sand from the seashore, and then I will cook that sand and I will offer it to you. You have to eat it, and then I will take that sand as a prasad. And he was serious. When he was going out, he just opened the door to go out, step out. He saw so many people are coming, carrying so many provisions. Swamiji, we like to offer this to you. It happens. In the life of all these people, if you write down so many experiences, they were great souls. Even in the life, our lives, those who were working for Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, so many things happened. We cannot explain. Why? If you depend on God. We asked a question to Swami Bireshwarananda Ji Maharaj, the 10th president of the order. We are sannyasins, but because Swami Vivekananda has asked us to do the different type of social work, we are going and mixing with the devotees and the householders. That time we were brahmacharis. Is it good for us? Because the sannyasi bhav, the brahmacharya bhav, the concentration, aloofness is difficult. And sometimes when you are in that field, they were serving the people, distressed people, in the relief camps, there is no time to remember God even. Every moment people are coming and asking this and that, you have to be ready. Then we asked, is it good for our spiritual life? He said, if you are really doing it for Sri Ramakrishna, you will see Sri Ramakrishna. You need not to bother about practicing the spiritual, the discipline. This is sufficient. What sufficient? Constantly keep your mind at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and work. Whatever responsibility has been given by the order, practice that, do that, perform that. You are going to realize God. With great confidence, he said. So that is the Shangha, Shakti. Wherever you are, whatever you have been asked to do, I am doing that, not to please anybody individually, but to please Sri Ramakrishna. So many different type of people will come and they will complain. You have to go along with all these things. So this is what is called Samadhi Siddhi. Samadhi means the ultimate realization. That is Ishvara Pranidhanat. By dedicating your mind. Here, to explain, he said, Ishvara Arpita Sarva Bhavasya. It's very simple Sanskrit. Ishvara, God, Arpita, surrendering, Sarva Bhavasya, all thoughts. Bhava means thoughts. Then, Yaya Sarvam Ipshitam Avitatham Janati. What happens by that? Then again, you are practicing yoga. By practicing yoga, always one person who is practicing yoga, always in every step he will get some miraculous power. If you can't do that, what happens? What power comes? Yaya, by which Sarvam Ipsitam Abhitatham Janati. Yogi knows all that is desired to be known. He can know everything. If he wants to know, he will know. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he suddenly one day he said, the white-skinned people will be coming and worshipping me. Ma, Sharadamani Devi, perhaps she laughed. White-skinned people? Where you will find them in India? And why they will come to you to worship you? Because nobody knows you. Then he said, you'll see, it will happen. He saw hundreds are going, and that really happened. The Belur Math temple, it was constructed with the help of two American ladies. They gave money, and that's why the Ramakrishna mission, it was developed. Swami Vivekananda got the first support from all these Americans and British devotees. And they went over there with a humble. And Swamiji, he was a great patriot. When they went over there, they saw the people, our southern India, they are by color, they are black, and they used to put all the different type of marks to show that there's a Shaivite or a Vaishnavite and all that. And the ladies, they were laughing, seeing at them. Look at these people, they have decorated. So immediately Swami Vivekananda rebuked, don't laugh at them, they are my countrymen. If you have respect for them, then you come with me. If you don't, then return back. And then he said to Sister Nivedita, you are marked to help my people, particularly the women education, but in the beginning I am telling you, I am not going to help you. I will never stand by your side. You have to stand on your own feet. And the people whom you are going to serve, they will criticize you. They will never talk with you. If you are touching anything, they won't touch that. They are in that condition. But you should not criticize them. You have to go on working, and that is the secret of work. When some of our devotees come over here, they are doing wonderful. But sometimes they will be criticizing this group, this person, that person. Whenever I come to know, I always tell them, do not do this. Because all they are coming to Thakur. You do not know why Thakur has brought them over here. It is your luck that you have got an opportunity to come. Whatever responsibility you have got, you perform that and be satisfied. Don't criticize. So that way you have to restrain yourselves. Mostly people, we are all ordinary people, we always think whatever I am thinking, that is correct. Whatever I am doing, that is correct. Whatever somebody else is doing, that is not correct. So naturally, he is not coming to the temple, he is going to go to hell. Statement of fact, I have told. How do you know where he is going? And how do you know where you are going? By sitting over here, again you will, why they have kept like that? Why they have not taken then they will go and, why you have not done like this? That is not your business. Here you have come and you are supposed to concentrate. If you can help, you help. Otherwise, don't do it. Why? Because your concentration, your energy is flittering. That's why. So it is the responsibility of people like us who are here. They call us ministers. The minister is not the political ministers. As a minister who is taking care of the spiritual life of the devotees. And this is our responsibility to guide them all the time. So whether they will like me or not, I try to tell them, but of course with great soberness and softness. In India, we never spend time in all this greatness and softness. Openly we say, because there are a lot of people and there is no much time to be gentle in that way. So here we try. Why you know? Because of this. Not that I know that everything is perfect, but still this is my responsibility, our responsibility to tell like this. Why? Ishvara Pranidhana. What you are doing by Ishvara Pranidhana? You are constantly thinking about God, and then the power is coming. Deshantare, Dehantare, Kalantare cha. Tato asya pragya yatha bhutam prajanat iti. Deshantare, if they are practicing constantly the thought of God, and Whatever happened in another life, they will know it. Whatever happened in another place, they will know it. At another time or present time, they know it. Again, I can say about this Swami Turiyanandaji. He was sitting on a bench and chatting with another brother disciple. Those who have gone to Belur Math, you have seen that old temple when you are coming down from the staircase, the open staircase, and just in front of that at the left hand side, there is a portion, a room, and there, open room, there Swamiji was sitting with his brother disciple. A brahmachari, after finishing his puja in the temple, that was the temple, we called it Old Temple. He was coming down. Turiyanandaji suddenly got up and started rebuking, "Hey, go away from here. You should not come before me." And brahmachari was taken aback. What happened to the Swami? I didn't do anything. I did puja and coming down, and that is the only staircase. I have to go down through this. So anyway, it seems he perplexed, he came down, almost confused. He went away without understanding why the senior Swami became so angry. And then Turiyanandaji came and sat. Then his brother disciple asked him, "Swami, why you were scolding that brahmachari? He didn't do any wrong." "Brahmachari? I didn't scold him." "But you were scolding him." "No, I didn't scold him. A bad soul was trying to enter into that brahmachari. When he came out, his thought was worldly. He was not thinking of God. So the bad soul was trying to enter into him. I scolded that soul and turned him out from here." Look at it. So when the Swamis are behaving like that, sometimes it is for good. Because we do not know why they are behaving like this. And there's a lot of things. He could see this. That very moment he could see this, what is happening. That type of power. Another Swami, that is another direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, Shivanandaji Maharaj. Suddenly, he went to at the back door of that our Ramakrishna mission, Belur Math, and he opened that door with a folded hand. He was talking with someone. There was nobody. He was talking, "Mother, don't enter here. They're all brahmacharis and monks. They're dedicated for the service of God. Don't harm them. Please go away. You go somewhere else. Please harm them." They were wondering what has happened to him. Then afterwards they found that all around, all the villages, all people, they got malaria. And people were dying in hundreds, except that campus of the Belur Math. It was saved by that. So this way, it is unthinkable how they wonder, and this wonder happens, miracle happen. Sri Ramakrishna one day said, Naren is an 18 years young man at Calcutta University, and he said, Naren will give the knowledge to all over the world. Naren himself was feeling shy. Why you are talking like this? I know that you love me, but that doesn't mean that you should exaggerate in such a way. He said, I am not telling anything. Whatever the mother has showed me and asked me to say, I am telling that. And that Naren, he came over here, 29 young man, and he really transformed the whole world. Now, almost each and every educated person, if he is not biased, she is not biased, they know Swami Vivekananda. They read Swami Vivekananda. All the great personalities, they have read and commented. There is a book, The World Thinkers on Vivekananda. Read that book, you will wonder, who are those people? They are commenting on Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna. World Thinkers on Ramakrishna, Vivekananda. The great personalities. So these are the things that happened when they did. Why? Samadhi Siddhi Ishvara Pranidhanat. Then comes the asana. This is very, very important, this asana. We were having some plastic chairs, and every day our devotees used to complain, Swami, it is very hard to sit for whole 1 hour or 2 hours. Can we have soft? So slowly, they themselves give the money. We only organize to purchase it. And this asana is comfortable, but this is not the asana by which you are sitting and can concentrate on God. Sthira sukham asanam. Asana means posture. This is very, very important. Perhaps some of you, most of you know from today, once again, the second phase of our yoga classes started. In the morning from 8 to 9:30, one, and then again from 10 to 11, another, this yoga classes started. All of you can come and join that. It's very, very helpful. Those who are really interested to attend this class, you can come a little early and you can have those things and then come and join it. You will get the benefit. Why? Asana. This asana is very important. Sthira sukham. Posture is that which is firm. Firm means sthira. Then pleasant. Sukham. Asana. This is the posture. You have to be firm and you have to be feeling very comfortable. Sometimes some people, they will be sitting and you can understand that they are suffering by sitting in that way. It is not necessary. The asana should be very, very natural. There are different type of asanas. If you go to them, the yoga teachers, they are qualified yoga teachers. They can tell you there is a Padmasana, then Virasana, then Bhadrasana, Sukhasana. Different type of asanas are there. Shetashatara Upanishad, it says, Tirunnatam sthapya samam shariram Hrida indriyani manasa sannibesha. Shetashatara Upanishad is telling, it is the second chapter, 8 verse of the mantra of the Shetashatara. Tirunnatam, by keeping the 3 things straight. What is that? Chest, neck and head. Chest, neck and head should be very straight. And then Hridayani Manasa Sannibeshaha. All those things, my mind should get control of all the senses. Eye, nose, ear, skin, taste, all the senses should be controlled by the mind. And then you are giving it at the feet of your ideal or God. So that is called asana. Simply sitting on do. Sometimes some people in our the Swamis, they sit in that way for a long, long time. Maybe the whole day they will be sitting like that. It's a practice. But that is a different thing. It's a physical practice, it's all right. But you have at the same time control your mind also. Majority of the people, most of the people, we cannot sit properly. When we cannot sit properly, we cannot control our mind also. So this is very, very important. In the Bhagavad Gita again it says, Samam kaya shiro grivam dharayanna achalam sthiraha. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Again it says, the shira, the head, it should be straight. Kaya, the sharira, it should be straight. Griva, this chin, also be in a proper place. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it comes down, sometimes it is turning like this. That is not the yoga asana. This asana is very important, holding the body, head and neck erect, motionless and firm. The asana, the asana suddhi, that we must have to practice. Because those who are really interested to practice yoga, the spiritual yoga, this asana, the physical asana, is very important. That's why I was always telling our devotees, go and practice it. And our teachers are very concerned. They know the elderly people, how to deal with them. They teach in that way, so that physically, slowly you will grow strength, and then you can sit properly and meditating. This is Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sukhasana, there is an asana called Sukha Asana. Sukha means in great joy, pleasure, you can sit, the posture. What is that? If you look at the picture of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the left leg on the floor. You have to squat, of course, squatting. So you have to spread some carpet, and over that a little soft thing, not very soft, not very hard. And then you have to keep the left leg on the floor, right leg on the left leg, like this, not on the thigh. You have to put it just in that place where it is breaking. That over the left leg, right leg should take the resting. And then both the hands, if you keep on your knees, your body will be erect, very straight. Then your neck, then your face. How? The chin should be in a proper way. It should not come down, hang, or it should not go up. It should be in a proper. Then prayatna shaithilya ananta samapatibhyam. When the posture becomes firm, relaxed thoughts, control of the natural tendencies of the body, and through meditation to the infinite, to God, the Brahman, to the infinite, we can reach just by sitting in the asana. When you can sit in that way, and next day we will be discussing about the breathing, pranayama is very, very important. When you are taking the prana, that is the main power, and how it helps. But in every room, anywhere, you can just sit. But if you are sitting on your bed, it should not be very soft. And don't sit on the bare floor. It should be carpeted, a little soft and little hard in that way, so that you can properly sit. Keep your left leg on the floor, right leg on the left leg. Put both the hands and keep your whole body straight. And then be careful about the chin. As we are standing, we know my chin is supposed to be here. But if it is hanging or going up or turning, that means the posture is not correct. And then just take the breathing. Take a long breath, hold for some time, release it. Take a long breath, hold for some time, and then release it. Just practice it for some time. And then when you are taking the breath, after 7 days, 10 days practice, when you can sit for half an hour very nicely, and then you practice in this way, you are taking the breath, all the good thoughts are entering into it, you. That is, a white air is going in. You can see the air when you are breathing in, the white air, as if you are imagining entering into the body and feeling your whole body, soothing. Hold it for some time, then bring it out, and prachadana, again you breathe it out. When you are breathing it out, see the black air is going out. All the bad thoughts, all the ailments that my body was having, everything is going out. So if we practice in that way, that is an excellent way to control the mind. So thank you, friends. Thank you, devotees, for today. And next Sunday, it will be Swami Vivekananda's the function, celebration. We are inviting some of the young students. They have, some of them they are studying, and some they have just passed and joining the colleges. They will come and they will talk from different point of view of Swami Vivekananda. We are this is the first time we are trying to involve these young people. Please come and encourage them. The topics are very interesting. The women, American women, in the eyes of Swami Vivekananda. Indian women in the eyes of Swami Vivekananda. American people in the eyes of Vivekananda. Indian people in the eyes of Vivekananda. Like that, how both the places Swamiji was standing as a bridge between America and India, so how he observed these people. So that is very interesting, and then there will be some music. That's the young people, they will have the music, recitation, and this thing. Please come on that day, and afterwards some prasada. So from 11 to 12:30 will be the program, and then we are planning to give some gift to them. It's not a competition. It's just they are coming and expressing their views. Then to encourage them, some gift will be given to them, and then prasad afterwards, maybe from 11 to 1, these 2 hours. It is a Sunday. Please come. So let us conclude with this mantra. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam navasangatam naiva muktirnameya chidananda rupa shivoham 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 shivoham. This white snow is a symbol of Shiva. He is all white, and his abode is Kailasha, completely covered with snow. So coming 5 months, I think 4 to 5 months, we will be in the abode of Shiva, in the Kailasha. So always encourage yourself. In the morning when I get up and look at this, I see sometimes as if the Lord Shiva is standing with his trident inside the wood, all white covered. He is also white. So difficult to understand that he is there. You have to imagine the Lord is there. And when you are going out, driving, just before starting, you put on your engine and then say, Durga, Durga, Durga. The Shiva will protect you. Because if you take the name of Durga, that is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, if anyone with a faith uttering thrice, Durga, 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 Lord Shiva is responsible to protect. So with that faith, simply say, but if any accident happened, don't blame. Thank you.